Okay.
The Woodstock Festival was a 3-day music festival held in Bethel, New York, starting on August 15, 1969. The 1960s and 70s were commonly known as the hippie era, which consisted of sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Woodstock was a social movement that demonstrated music, peace, and love in the opposition to the Vietnam War. Nonetheless, the generation influenced society in a positive way to be anti-war. The hippie community became a culture that listened to rock and roll, embraced the sexual revolution, and explored psychedelic drugs in order to enter altered states of consciousness. The Woodstock Festival was a music festival that emphasized the importance of peace, music, and consisted of psychedelic drugs and sex. The Woodstock Festival brought hundreds of thousands of people together that shared the same ideas about the Vietnam War and peace within the community and country. They believed in maintaining the mindset of peace and love. They demonstrated their opinions by dressing in certain clothing such as tie-dye, hearts, and peace signs. According to Woodstock Preservation Archives and Michael Doyle's article, Statement on the Historical and Cultural Significance of 1969 Woodstock Festival site, for 3 days they lived peaceably in a state of harmony and love, sharing what limited resources they had with one another. Throughout the 3 days, 32 local and famous musicians performed at the Woodstock Festival, which demonstrated the importance of music during this time. Jimi Hendrix finished out the festival on the 3rd day. Music was a big part of the 1960s, and Woodstock was based on bringing people together and having musical performances for entertainment. According to Alex Sego's article, American Studies, the event was known for having significance in relation to the music industry, the evolution of international pop festivals, the development of rock music in the wake of Woodstock, and the growth of 1960s nostalgia. During the 1960s, many regularly used or experimented with drugs such as marijuana, LSD, and mushrooms to achieve an altered state of mind. According to the editors of History.com, an effect of such drug use at the famous festival resulted in 2 drug overdoses, which then resulted in 2 deaths. A 3rd death was a 17-year-old boy who got ran over by a tractor. No births were recorded at the site, however, 8 miscarriages were. The New York State Department of Health recorded 5,162 medical cases over the 3-day festival, 800 of which were drug-related. Woodstock and drugs define the legacy of the hippie era. Overall, the Woodstock Festival was an unforgettable point in history that is still referred to today. It was filled with harmonious vibrations and wholesome ideas. In current years, we avoid drugs because of the harsh influence the 1960s carried on. Music was an immense part of the culture during the 1960s and at the famous Woodstock Festival. According to the editors of History.com, the main idea of the festival was 3 days of peace and music, where everyone got together to share their love for music. Originally, the people who put the concert together did not expect more than 50,000 people. However, due to the amount of violence and riots, they declared a free festival with a total of about 500,000 people. And here's a picture of the festival in 1969.